Portsmouth Historical Society was established in 1938 and the main building that it has is donated by the Union Congregational Society in that year, and it was organized at that time. The location of the Historical Society on the corner of Union Street and East Main Road was once the Christian church in Portsmouth. There was one church built here in 1824, and then another church was moved, and it was this one was built in 1865. The Historical Society has this corner of the property where we have not only the church, but we have the original one-room schoolhouse built in 1725, and we also have the original town hall from the early 19th century. This church was used by the Society until it disbanded in 1939. The organ in the church here that was brought in 1902 from Emmanuel Church down in Newport. This room is what we call the Julia Ward Howe room. There are quite a few pieces of furniture and so on, like the bed and the chair, that came from the summer home of Julia Ward Howe. At the turn of the last century, Dr. Benjamin Green was a physician in town, probably one of the 3 or 4 physicians in the town. Portsmouth was a very small town then, probably with about 2,500 people or so in it. And what he did when he died was his medical equipment was left to the Historical Society. Also in the museum, among the other artifacts that we have here in the museum, are a number of Revolutionary War cannonballs. We have various other artifacts from World War I and World War II. We have quite a few other things, some ancient Indian stones that were probably used for grinding. We have ship models. We have Victrolas and radios and all sorts of early artifacts from local history. This is a Chickering piano that dates back probably to about 1858-59. One of the really unique things that we have here in the Historical Society Museum is this hearse. Because this was donated to the Society in 1943, and at that time it was about 75 years old, it goes back to about the 1870s or so. The southernmost school that was distinguished from the northernmost school when they were authorized by the council back in the early 1720s. It's been restored. We have quite a few old desks here from different vintages, and the building itself is probably the oldest in the state of Rhode Island, the oldest school building in the state of Rhode Island, and possibly the oldest, there's some consideration it might be the oldest in the country.
The Historical Society buildings and artifacts are a true treasure of Portsmouth, but they can only be preserved with your help. Please visit the Portsmouth Historical Society website to see how you can become a member and help preserve our proud legacy.